What is up? We are live. It is me, Ari, from the Burning Hammer, which you all know. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to everything Burning Hammer related. Down below me, this is the man, Clay, Clay. What is up, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Like,
So what do you think we should talk about tonight? A little bit of TNA coming Thursday night.
TNA. This is professional wrestling.
I
Yeah, we
love
should.
that. I love the guy that he I don't know if he was African or what the hell his voice was, but we
Dude,
just called him the Dashiki man.
he had the best voice, man. This is TNA.
Um so yeah, man, big Thursday night for TNA.
Sir.
Um we are going live, I think, from Dallas, Texas.
I think,
If
yeah,
I think I'm right? Dallas, Texas.
sure.
Um, gonna be a huge night. I think TNA, this has been what they've been waiting for. I think TNA's biggest excuse always was, well, we just can't watch it. We don't have the pop channel, or we don't have this
Was it Anthem at one point? I think it was like an Anthem or something like that. Yeah.
TV America, like these random channels that some providers had and some didn't. And I think Thursday is going to be the biggest night for professional wrestling. I think that this is the ECW barely legal on pay per view. This is the uh, like, I know they've been around for so long, but this is the deaths.
Extreme. No, man. It feels like a rebirth for them. Like a
That's what
real
I'm saying.
they went through the Impact era, and then they went through which was hit or miss, and then they went through, like you said.
99-cent pay per view era on Wednesday nights when they first started.
Yeah, it was the NWA TNA. They were still part of the national NWA, and then
Yeah.
they broke off, had success, blah blah. We know all of the history, and then they went through. I mean, they almost went under. Like
How
uh,
many times?
so many times,
25 times.
so many times, and then I mean, they really, really almost went under. And then I think Scott D'Amore and whoever else, kind of kept it alive. But like, it's it's a rebirth. This is new. They've had a lot of momentum the last, I don't know, year or two, and it paid off. They're about to get on a major network. So
Hopefully, this isn't a rebirth like the ECW WWE rebirth, because their first episode, they have a guy named Tim Arson who portrayed the zombie.
zombie.
Uh, he got caned by Sandman, and Sandman, I believe, was the highest paid per second wrestler, which was normally a couple seconds.
Yeah, he wrestled for like a minute and a half max.
Yeah. So, I'm always like texting you about TNA and
Huh?
whatever, how excited I am and the clips I see and whatnot. And you know what I'm excited for, honestly, the most?
What you got,
This.
dude? 100%. Like
How can we not talk about this?
it's one of those things where like you thought you'd never see it again. I mean, I know it happened recently, but not really.
I
Yeah,
am.
dude, when you came out the music, like goosebumps, dude. Like I felt like I, was 20 again. Like, dude, I was so sick. And for him to come back, like, it looked like it might have been a one-off. And so for him to come back, it makes me feel like they're gonna do something with this. And that's exciting. Um, so I mean, even if it is just a, hey, this is TNA and I'm here because it's the premiere, that's still cool. But I feel like it's gonna go somewhere.
Honestly, the best thing to do if I were them, I wouldn't like blow it out of the water, even though it deserves it. I would just have him open the show,
Sure.
have him come right out. Like, he is the equivalent to Hulk Hogan. He is
He's
like
Hulk Hogan.
in here. He is the equivalent to the John Cena. He is the equivalent to every top performer that has been to whatever company.
He is
He is
their
that
first
guy.
name. He is their goat. Um,
He is their
he,
god.
and honestly, there's no one else that's been there since that's done what he did. So like, he is the guy.
Samoa Joe, I think, was a second close. I think
No,
Christopher
just close.
Daniels was a third close. I think Jeff Jarrett was a fourth close.
I mean, listen, there are a couple guys. You could put Angle in there. You could put Sting up there. You could
Well,
put.
without Jeff Jarrett, there is no TNA, right? So
I agree with that. Yeah,
he literally started the company.
I think again, in all due respect to Jarrett, I think Jarrett benefited from it being his company for a while.
Yeah, I mean he didn't make it go to the next platform, but without Jeff Jarrett, there is no TNA at
No,
all.
that was his daddy buying it. It's done. It's it is what it is. But I think that Styles. I mean, you can argue it. It's arguable, but he is arguably the biggest thing they've ever had.
Let's not forget about Abyss, by the way.
Abyss gets a bad rap sometimes because he was not handled so great towards the end of his run there, but like Abyss is amazing. Early TNA, Abyss was the dude. Like,
I'm not going to say that I smoked a joint with him, but I smoked a joint with him.
I'd have done so. Yeah.
It was a good time. But regardless, super excited. Can't wait. AMC is going to be a huge, huge deal. I can't wait to see that arena packed out. Regardless, now there was a breaking news today about this. Don't know if you've heard about it. It's nothing huge, but I think it's pretty cool. And let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Did you hear about this?
I just kind of saw he was going to be there. I didn't see much else about it.
He's commentating the main event.
That's cool.
I love this man every morning when I listen to him from 9 a.m. to 11 or 11:30, whatever it is.
Oh yeah,
he shoots it straight. I love that. He doesn't take anything from anybody. He's one of the most smartest, talented workers out there, still working or was working before he retired, I guess.
Yeah, I think he might be done now, but yeah. I think that he where he'd be good for too, man. If he was ever interested in it, he'd be great for the creative side.
Man is a genius, I'm not gonna lie. Hope he somehow gets a clip of this.
Yeah, no kidding. If you hear this, Bully, go to creative.
Well, if you think about it, he's already in creative because he literally writes all the storylines on the radio station and then they just take it from him.
More or less, yeah.
I've literally seen him say so many things than happens on TV.
Yeah, so Bully, if you hear that, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're loved.
Have you been able to catch TNA? I mean, I'm sure you haven't been able to catch it as much as you'd like, but have you seen the clips? Have you seen things recently that have been going on?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like super full. Like I've not watched a full episode in a little bit because they're kind of hard to find.
Are you gonna start watching full episodes?
Oh, 1,000%.
Why?
Yeah, because it's on a public network now that everyone has.
Let's go, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. That's gonna up their numbers so much. Like, do we say this yet? I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They'll probably be number 2 sooner than later. I think that based on the viewers that AEW has lost and doesn't have currently, and the numbers that TNA already has, like, I could see it.
I'm really hit or miss with AEW. I'm not going to say they're going to be the number 2. I like AEW. I think it's gotten a lot better. I know Tony has said a couple things like he started taking over the book himself and not actually allowing anyone else. So you have to assume he's the one you credit for things getting better per se. There is still a bloated roster, as there forever will be, as guys just don't get renewed or whatever the case is. Speaking of renewed, I read today that TNA didn't renew any of the Rascals. The oddest thing I could ever talk about, just in plain sight, because those are the closest thing to your TNA originals at the moment. Like, they've been there since the beginning of when they were around. And What the hell?
It makes me wonder if they either got, and I don't know this, maybe you do, maybe they got to offer somewhere else. Maybe it's a cushier deal for them. A better move for them financially. I don't know, but the fact that they did not get renewed is interesting for sure. Because
They
like,
literally looked the part. They're
yeah,
some of the best workers. There's first of all,
right?
there's four of them, right? There's four of them.
Yes,
Once there was two, and then there's three. Now there's four. And it's just the oddest thing that you don't renew the guys that were there through not everything, but everything in the last couple years,
yeah.
and all the stuff they've done there.
It kind of makes you wonder. Did they have something else they were going to do?
I'm gonna
Because
be
other,
really annoyed if they just start bringing in like just people that shouldn't be on the roster.
I hear you what you're saying. Like they don't need to bring in any. Well, I wouldn't say any, but very few like WWE people to be involved with the show.
Like if TNA should be going, I feel like yes, they have established guys, but they should be going the route of like the younger, like
Sure, like you have a few guys on the roster that people do know who they are, and they've been there for a
Mhm.
minute, like Moose, guys like that. Like, cool, have them on there, and then bring in a guy or two to get eyeballs, but like really focus on. I think ideally you need to do what WCW didn't do.
we need more Leon Slaters,
Yeah,
more young talent that they can use as their own, even
agreed.
though WWE is going to steal him
Probably, yeah,
because now
but
TNA is developmental for WWE apparently.
which I mean, I hear you, but honestly, that's not going to hurt TNA. I mean, all it's
No,
going to
it's not.
do is bring eyeballs, bring talent to TNA. That so they with hopes
TNA
of
is
getting
going to be
signed.
like NXT light,
Yeah, which is okay.
if not
I
better.
think
Whatever.
yeah, I think the in ring work might be a little better. TNA's in ring work has been great. So I don't know, man. I think right now they got a good mix. I mean, I think right now it's okay as long as they don't bloat it with anybody else, like having the Hardys. That's okay.
Yep,
Uh, they,
yeah. I mean, they're smart for putting Jeff Hardy in that commercial doing a swanton to a table because
1000%. Everybody knows Jeff
everybody
Hardy,
knows who Jeff Hardy is.
right? And I think it's smart to have. I think it's smart to have guys like that. You bring in an AJ for a minute, or maybe even an angle for like a short little stay like a match. Have the Hardys. Guys like that are okay to have, but don't dominate your roster with them. Which that's
Please.
that problem in TNA. If you remember, I mean, I'm sure those watching prior and their fans remember there was a time in TNA where there was a bunch of old WCW guys, and that's really all that it was. And it's like, oof, like they pushed the Joes and the Daniels and the Styles out aside to highlight Sting and Hogan and Nash and Booker T and
Kind of doesn't sound like AEW directly, but
currently,
a smidge, just a
I mean,
smidge.
a smidge because like again, I love what Edge/Cope has done in his career, but we don't need him on TV anymore. Really, no offense to him, but like it's just he's not doing anything for the product. And again, I'm not singling him out. It's just he's an example of
Yeah.
a lot of guys like that where they're just there, and that's cool because we know who they are, and that does get eyeballs. But if that's all he's doing, like you can have better use of your time.
Yeah. Yeah. I am a big fan of Order 4,
Yeah.
specifically Mustafa Ali. I'm not going to say I don't care about the other two guys, but it is what it is.
No, but he's
Um,
due to have some attention like this. He's too good of a talent to. Yeah, I'm glad he's in the spot he's in.
um, the Hardys and Elijah is a interesting team. I think we just threw a couple baby faces on there, and they're established. I mean, you would have to
Yeah,
more established than others. If the Hardys are on TV, people are going to watch. Whether you're a WWE fan or a wrestling fan, you're going to pop on the Hardys, even if it's just for that one match.
I mean, I always pop when the Hearts come out. They're just fun, but like, and I'm glad this TNA is a good spot for Elijah. I think it's enough for him to. He doesn't have to do. He doesn't have the pressure I think he had in WWE for a little bit, or the lack of direction he had for a little bit.
Lack of direction. Let's say
Yeah,
that
dude,
again.
because he had a moment there, man. There it is. he had a moment there, and we all know this. In WWE, he's hot, and he was making some moves, and they kind of lost him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, but I'm glad it's in TNA. He's a guy that I think is a WWE name, I guess, that benefits from being here.
I agree. I like Elijah. He is awesome. He is a great worker. All
Hmm?
these guys are really good. I think the match is going to be a solid 6-man tag. I think we're going to see different kinds of wrestling on the show. I'm sure that Elijah and the Hardys will walk away from this match winning because it's a live Thursday night impact, and why not make that crowd happy?
I mean, you can Order 4 has got enough legs where they can afford to lose here. I think. Yeah, I think you're right.
And we got a little knockouts world championship. So
Love it.
I'm going to say this off the bat. The inspiration has not changed.
No,
They
they're
were
out of the
good.
way.
They were great in the E. They're great here. They are entertaining. They have experience. They have charisma, and they can wrestle.
I got nothing to add to that other than yeah, I agree. Like,
I think the Elegance brand does lose some without Dana Brooke. I think they will need to replace her if she's not going to be on TV every single week.
do we know what happened with her? I know she took a time off. She was said something.
Personal, I really try not to look into that stuff
Yeah.
because it's just it is what it is, and she's not coming back. And if there is a door there to rehash later on, awesome. And if there's not, well, that's unfortunate. And I know this is going to be a solid match, but I'm sure the inspiration is going to keep it. And I think if they don't going into this new era, that would be odd for me. Not because it's bad, just because they're established and we are on a way bigger level of television here.
Oh, I
We are
agree.
on we are on the same station that had Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, and all these other great shows.
Agreed. Now, I will say this though. I do think if there's a match where the heels, in a sense, kind of, either win by hook or crook and steal it, this would probably be the one. Um, I but I agree. I do think that the inspiration, I almost call them the Iconics. They definitely,
Iconic.
iconic. But they definitely should win. But I could see Elegance brand sneaking away.
So I've been waiting for one specific match here. This is the one. Right? I'm going to say this times 1,000. If Mike Santana does not win the world title, I'm going to stop watching TNA.
You know what? I feel like
there is no way.
I hear you. I don't, just to play devil's advocate. First of all, I do agree, but like the devil's advocate, there is a scenario in my brain where they let Kazarian win this just to get the heat, just to make
TNA original.
Yeah, and also just to get the heat, and they can do it in a way that saves Santana in a sense, like he gets screwed out of it or whatever else, and they can have him chase a little bit longer. I know it's annoying. I'm not with you. I agree. However,
if they already blew the first time when he should have won against Trick, they messed that one up big time.
So how many? Yeah, I agree. But how many defenses has Kazarian had?
Oh Lord, if we had a little producer, I'd have him look it up. But unfortunately, this open.
I don't think he's had very many. I think maybe one or two.
Remember how many Mike Santana had? They took a 3-week TV break and cooled him down. They had one title defense, and he lost it because of the NXT roster.
Yeah, I agree.
What a disaster!
That kind of went nowhere, didn't it? The whole TNA.
No, well, it was just for fun, and I get it. Like, it was good storylines, but like, we literally had this man chasing forever just to lose it 3 weeks later at his first title defense.
I hear you.
Who
Uh,
who booked that?
wasn't us.
Because if it was, he
Um,
would have won.
I think he wins and he gets the big rah rah celebration. But I say he likely gets that this week. But
If he doesn't,
if he doesn't, there's got to be
he has to pull back.
something. If he doesn't, there's something drastic has to happen for him to not, or they better have a real
Something
clever
drastic,
angle for this.
like somebody would have to debut that's not on TV.
Sure, and
and he would have to go into that like separate feud over there. Like, just as an example, like, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but like Karrion Kross would have to debut where the lights go out. He gets knocked the hell out, and then now we go on to that feud. Like,
that would be big enough. Go ahead.
We don't need TNA shenanigans from 2002 and 2003 and every year after that where we had a million run-ins. We're past that.
Agreed.
We're done with that.
I do think the idea of lights go out and someone big, big enough like Kross would be acceptable for him to lose.
I don't think it's going to happen, by the way.
I don't think it's going to happen either.
As an example.
I don't think it's going to happen either, but
pretty sure this man's in like Africa or something right now.
Who knows, man? But I definitely, I don't see it happening, but again, it could. No. Just to not be too predictable.
Example, like somebody of that sort or caliber would have to do
somebody big. Yeah, somebody big, like big enough to I know that guy. That would be the reason. That would be acceptable for me if that was the case. If he just loses, that's not acceptable to me.
If he loses with like a roll up or like a trunk pin, like where they I'm not accepting the loss at all.
No,
and I'm not even being biased. It cannot happen. This is your only chance where you can go into a new era of television. You're going to have people who are watching that do not watch wrestling. You're going to have people who are from NXT fans that are going to be tuning in because they have now started watching TNA. You are going to have WWE fans, AEW fans. Why? Because there's no other wrestling on television now on a Thursday besides TNA. People are going to be watching. I'm sorry. Frankie Kazarian is great, but 20 years later, he still can't do his own finisher. Hate me for it. I love him. He's great. He's fun, but the Elvis gimmick is lame. And Mike Santana is the real deal, Holyfield, the Punisher. What does he always say? I gave you fair warning. Beware.
That's right. So I feel like I agree, man. I agree. And, I think what they want to hopefully avoid is the LOL TNA, which has been a thing for years. So
if they come out swinging left field instead of right, I think it makes a huge, in a negative way, I think it makes a huge difference. And I think tomorrow, all eyes are on TNA. And I think WWE producers are watching. I think the whole world is watching tomorrow, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like because of that, they're going to probably play it pretty safe in terms of nothing
crazy.
Nothing crazy or nothing that's going to piss people off. And
that would be Frankie Kazarian winning, right?
Yeah, unless, like I said, unless something big causes him to win.
Different story.
But if he just wins, yeah. So that's my thought on that because it's definitely you don't want, like I said before, LOL TNA has been a thing for 20 years because they've done stuff like that forever, and I think they want to maybe avoid that stigma and maybe try to get past that stigma because I guarantee you, if Kazarian just wins, you're going to get LOL TNA.
How can we not? So real quick, let's wrap this up a little bit.
Sure.
Let's go. AJ Styles coming back to TNA Just let me hear that I am music one more time. Can't wait. Gonna be fun. Bully Ray on commentary for the main event. I know he's going to put that main event over. By the way, I'm also very excited because they announced today that every Friday they will now be talking about TNA because TNA is live on a Thursday.
I love that.
That's going to be awesome. There is now, from what I believe, pro wrestling every single day of the
Yeah,
week
I think you're right. Yeah.
on live cable.
Yeah, you're right. That's wild. That's the
Monday Night
first time
Raw.
ever.
Well, I say on cable, but Raw's on Netflix. But you guys
Same.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Raw on Netflix on Mondays. Tuesdays you've got NXT and CW. Wednesdays you've got AEW. Is that on TNT, right?
Yeah.
Or TBS, whichever.
It's on
Uh,
TNT.
Thursdays we've got Impact on AMC. Friday we've got Friday Night SmackDown, the longest 3 hours of everyone's life, every Friday night, whether you're home or not, on USA.
Side note: 3 hours SmackDowns is just like, but
Oh, not. It'll get better if they keep bringing up new drafts stars and giving us fresh matches.
sure. But I think
It's
Raw.
still long
I'm not,
though.
this is definitely a TNA show, but on the side, I think Raw figured out that going 2 hours is probably the move because it is the move. But what do we do?
Elijah and the Hardys over.
Yep, agreed.
Definitely. I'm calling the inspiration is going to retain.
I'm gonna
Guaranteed.
just for fun. I'm gonna say that the Elegance brand wins by some sort of shenanigans.
Great. Let's put some money on it.
No,
And Mike Santana over
I
on
think
Frank
Santana.
Kazarian. Is that what is your final call, buddy?
In
It,
regards to this,
not what you want, not what you'd like to see. Your view on what is going to happen
in the main,
in this match right here.
I think that's hard because in my gut, my heart says Santana just convincingly, boom, it's done. He's the man. My gut feels like they want to like Nitro used to do. Give me some shock, something to come back for, kind of thing. I could see them doing something to screw him over and have him have to fight back again. Ooh. I say,
Ooh, brother. Ooh.
I say Santana wins. He wins.
2 for 2 here. Mike Santana, your new TNA world champion over Frankie Kazarian, who was once called the future, and now very much we can bury him and call him
Very,
the past.
very much has been there, done that. Yeah.
Regardless, I think Thursday night is going to be a badass, fun night.
Yes, sir.
I remember when they went and they moved to Destination America.
Yeah. What even
I
is
don't
that?
even know if that's a real channel still. I have no idea.
That's a good question. I have
What I
actually,
but what I do remember is unfortunately, well, fortunately, those shows being really fun, but nobody actually seeing them. And honestly, my question till this day, because I have no idea, is how they survived all this long. I'm happy they survived all this long because now we're getting something awesome,
right.
but I don't know.
I think that if this is successful, which we all hope that it is, obviously,
If you love wrestling
yeah, then
and
you
you're
want this,
not
you
some
want this to succeed.
tribal goon like
Yeah.
most of you are,
Yeah.
you're gonna love this.
Agreed. And I feel like if this succeeds and it's at least even moderately successful, like they get 500,000 fans a night or a show or something like that, that's great. And what a story for them. Like from being at one point a legitimate number two to falling off the planet almost to nearly going under. Nobody watched them. They had like 20 fans in the building to now selling out buildings and They're on a major
8K.
network. Yeah, and they're on a major network. Like, what a story! Kudos to them. Like,
I hope they survive just for the mere fact, and I know they're going to survive, but I hope they kick ass on Thursday night, and I hope that Thursday nights and Friday mornings are truly something to talk about.
yeah. See, you can only have one first. This is their shot to make it, to get our attention, to make it something worth watching, and to make us come back. So I hope that it's a fantastic show, and I am looking forward to it.
I am also looking forward to it. I know that is going to be so fun, and I can't. It's like we got 48 hours to go. It's on at, I think it's on at 9
I think it's,
p.m.
yeah.
Is it 8?
No, I think it's 9. I think you're right.
9 p.m. 9 p.m. I will be home from work. I will be sitting on my couch and actually watching a live episode of TNA at AMC. That just sounds incredibly odd.
Pretty wild, man.
Regardless, we're always going to be doing these shows. Make sure you follow us on YouTube at the Burning Hammer Pod. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at theburning.hammer. And make sure you go get the best pro wrestling threads, hats, posters, whatever else I throw up there at theburninghammer.org. I am Ari. This is Clay. We are signing out, and make sure you watch TNA Thursday night live 9 p.m. Eastern on AMC, and comment below when you're done about what your thoughts on the show are.
Like, share, subscribe.
Peace, guys.